And welcome to 12 News at 10. I'm Troy Hayden. The search is on tonight for a man who's gone missing at Saguaro Lake. His paddleboard was found floating, but he was nowhere to be seen. Maricopa County Sheriff's deputies are looking for 65-year-old Richard Powers. He was last seen on the water about 6 this morning. 12 News journalist Rebekah has the very latest on this search.
Search and rescue crews wrapped up their efforts just a few hours ago and plan to be out here first thing in the morning to continue looking. But we've learned it's not just professionals out on the water searching for Richard Powers. Dozens of people came out here looking for this very prominent member of Arizona's paddleboarding community.
He'd show up in a heartbeat, so we show up for him.
Arizona's paddleboarding community is in shock.
Came through the doors once. You definitely knew of Rick.
After a beloved member went missing in Saguaro Lake.
We're not going to leave a buddy out there alone. So we hit the water and just started swimming perimeters.
65-year-old Richard Powers was scheduled to teach a class Sunday morning, but never showed. A friend called Powers and even went to his home, but he was nowhere to be found. Panic set in when the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office called about a vacant board found floating near the shoreline.
Oh my God, that's Rick. That's Rick's board. And then the day went to hell.
Search and rescue crews immediately set out to find Powers.
We have boat ramp 1 and 2 here on the left. The typical route we're told was along this left shoreline up through the channel.
Deputies searching by air and by boat.
Scans will look for different anomalies. It'll, scan the floor and up from there, so you'll see different, ledges and rocks and trees and things like that.
But even with technology, Public Information Officer William Jenks says crews are challenged by the broad scope of the lake.
It's pretty difficult. This lake's about 10 miles long and about 1,200 acres with depths of up to 90 feet.
Powers' friends say he had been training for an upcoming race.
He was out there pushing, trying to get better and faster so that when we go to races here, California, Parker, that he was ready to take on that guy that beat him last time.
He always wore a personal flotation device, the kind you'd inflate. Still, friends worry about what could have happened to Powers out on the water.
It's just weird not knowing. I've never had a friend in this scenario. Usually you hear about someone passed or someone had a car accident or something. There's definition, and here we're kind of left with our mind wandering.
Powers was last seen wearing a bright green shirt. Anyone with information about his whereabouts Sunday morning is asked to contact the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. At Saguaro Lake, Rebekah, 12 News.
Tomorrow, the family of a 10-year-old girl who was murdered will hold a funeral for her in Surprise. Police say Rebekah Baptiste was killed by her father and his girlfriend last month while the couple was under investigation by DCS. The case has sparked outrage with family members. They say the agency failed to intervene despite repeated warnings of abuse. The memorial service will be held at 10 a.m. tomorrow at St. Clair of Assisi Catholic Church. Graveside services will follow at Holy Cross Cemetery in Avondale. Her family says it's open to the public. Anybody can come pay their respects. Glendale police are looking for a driver in a hit and run that happened back in January. A man run down at the intersection of 51st Avenue and Peoria as he was crossing that street, and he was celebrating his birthday. Life is sometimes a game of chance, and luck never hurts.
Worst birthday ever.
But on that birthday, it seemed Curtis Cook was out of luck.
Took one step off the curb, and then my memory just is blank after that.
On his way home from buying a lottery ticket with birthday money, this happened. Then this, the driver turning past Curtis and driving away.
I've never been this scared the whole time we've been together.
2.5 weeks in the hospital, multiple surgeries, and this takeaway.
So I got lucky.
Lucky, the doctor said. Now Glendale police are testing their luck that someone might recognize this truck, a blue Toyota Tundra.
Cavalry blue.
And come forward with information.
You made a terrible choice by driving off.
It was hard. It wasn't just hard on me, but it was hard on our kids. They had a hard time with it because they just kept thinking like, oh my God.
They still do.
They still do. They still are afraid that the guy in the blue truck is going to come after Daddy.
He didn't get a winning lottery ticket that night, but Curtis was lucky that 3 witnesses stopped to help him and kept him from stumbling into more traffic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
freaking thank you. I mean, I wish I could just meet you and shake your hand.
Now the couple is hoping that luck will be on their side one more time, that somebody knows something and speaks out.
If they know who it is, have them come forward. If they know who it is, have them come forward.
Curtis and April facing a lot of medical bills related to the hit and run, and they started a GoFundMe to help pay them. We have a link to that on 12news.com. Santan Valley will soon be Arizona's newest town. The area is home to more than 100,000 people, and just last month, a little over 66% of voters said they were in favor of becoming their own town. The Pinal County Board of Supervisors is set to officially review the results of that vote at a hearing tomorrow morning. And once the vote is certified, the town council selection will begin. Town leadership will officially be in charge of the new town of Santan Valley next July. Chris Dennis here now. We had a nice little break, but the break is over, right? Those big temps are on the way again.
Yeah, we were actually normal today, but a familiar theme so far this, July and August, high heat. 105 today, that is normal. So what we had today, this is normal August weather. What we have coming up is not normal. It's way above normal. 107 tomorrow, getting warmer. And then extreme heat back to 110 plus by Wednesday. In fact, we have an extreme heat watch in effect and weather impact alert for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Here are our forecast numbers. And in a couple of cases, we'll fall about a degree shy of the daily records. So that's how unusual this is. We're close to record highs, and it hasn't been that hot on those particular dates since we've been keeping records. Here's a look at the monsoon or the non-soon from today. There were some showers down in Pima County and southeastern Arizona. That's where all the action will be. And we have a 2 on the monsoon meter for tomorrow, a 0 for the valley and northern Arizona. These numbers will be changing a bit as we go through the week. And of course, those big numbers with the high heat coming up with your weather impact forecast in a few minutes. Troy?
All right, Chris, we'll see you then. A fire tonight forces residents out of their home in Peoria. Peoria and Glendale crews found heavy flames at the back of a home. This is near Olive and 91st Avenue. About 5 o'clock this afternoon, the fire spread quickly because of combustible materials inside, but crews were able to contain those flames, keeping them from nearby homes. Nobody was hurt. The cause of the fire is still being looked at. Crews are making progress on several big wildfires burning across our state. The Dragon Bravo fire on the north rim of the Grand Canyon is the biggest wildfire in Arizona, burning nearly 145,000 acres in the last month and a half it's been burning. But rain the last few days has slowed down the growth of that fire, and crews have now contained 66% of it, and that's a 5% jump from just yesterday. The Washington fire, which is burning north of Washington Park near Payson, has burned 550 acres. It is 6% contained. That's up from 0 just 2 days ago. Evacuation orders, though, are still in effect. The communities of Mountain Ridge Cabins, Washington Park, and Shadow Rim Ranch, all under evacuation orders. Big discovery by ASU scientists. The team has been conducting research in Ethiopia and Africa since 2002, searching for clues about early human evolution. Well, recently they uncovered more than a dozen fossilized teeth. They could belong to a human ancestor never before discovered. The teeth, between 2.6 and 2.8 million years old, suggest this species and early humans may have lived side by side.
We now want to know, were they in competition with each other? Were they eating the same thing? Was one of them in the trees? Was one of them on the ground? We need a lot more fossils to answer some of those questions.
Researchers say it's possible this could be an entirely new species since the teeth don't match anything discovered before.